Hi, this is Murray from Second Time Tech, and today I just wanted to say that I didn't do anything with the memory timings on my computer, so I won't be giving you an update on that. But what I did want to say is that the rendering times have dropped on my computer. Last week I rendered a video that was 13 minutes and it took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. And then my last video was 13 minutes and 32 seconds, and it took exactly the same amount of time, 3 minutes and 3 seconds, in order to render that. So it is getting faster by tightening the memory timings. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, not yesterday, but the last video. I said that if I said something that didn't make sense or that was confusing, that I would clarify on this video. Well, I'm going to clarify, because I said times too many times when I was talking about the how the durability was on the different types of NAND. So I'm just going to say what it is. The SLC is 100,000 write cycles before it degrades. MLC, 10,000 write cycles before it degrades. These are all maximum numbers. TLC, 1,000 write cycles before it degrades. What that means is that the SLC will last 10 times longer than the MLC will. The MLC will last 10 times longer than the TLC will. And the SLC will last 100 times more than the TLC. That's what I was trying to say. Now, the thing on the longevity of the SSD drives, the NVMe drives, I talked a little bit about that yesterday, about my NVMe drive there, the Kingston KC 1000. Well, I went and I looked on the data sheets just to find out like what the durability was on it. And yesterday I was saying total bits written. It isn't. It's total bytes written. That's 8 times more, because 1 byte has 8 bits in it. So it's longer than I was saying even yesterday. So it's the terabytes written or the total bytes written. So depending on which manufacturer you're looking at, it could mean either thing. So you have to kind of look what the TBW means on their website. Now, most of the times they're written in terabytes. So whenever I went on the Kingston one, I saw the SSD drive that fit into the M.2 slot, and then my drive, the NVMe drive, that fits in the M.2 slot. So I wrote both of them down. And basically what it is, they come in 3 different sizes. I'll talk about the SSD one first, which is the A1000. It has a 240 gigabyte one, and it will last for 150 terabytes for the total bytes written. The 480 gig is 300 terabytes, and the 960 gigabytes is 600 terabytes. Now, on the one that I have, which is the KC 1000, it's about close to twice as fast as the other one. It comes in the 3 same sizes. 240 gigabytes is 300 terabytes written. The 480 gig is 550 terabytes written, just like I was saying the last time. And the 960 gigabytes is 1 petabyte. Now, a petabyte is 1,000 terabytes. And just so you understand what that means, it's 10 to the 15th power. Now, that means that you put a 1 and then you put 15 zeros after it, and that's the amount of bytes that can be written to it before it degrades and you're not being able to use it. So that's a lot. And if you notice, the bigger the drive is, the longer it'll last. So when you're looking at an SSD drive or an NVMe drive, buy the biggest one that you can afford. In the long run, it'll last you way longer. Now, the other thing is the speed too. Look at the speed of what you want, and then that's why I bought mine, is because mine's fast, but it's not the fastest one, but it has a really good longevity. So, and it was less expensive. So this is still pretty fast, and it's got really good longevity. So it made the most sense to me to get the Kingston KC 1000 as opposed to getting a Samsung 960 Pro that's 500 is it 516 for that one, or 500? I don't remember. Gigabytes. That's twice as expensive, more than twice as expensive as what I got, and it is faster. It's somewhat faster. It's not extremely faster. It's definitely faster, but I don't think I'd notice it. So, I'm finding this like way faster than an SSD drive. That's good enough for me. So I'm happy with what I got, and I'm happy the fact that I didn't have to spend as much money. And I got something that'll last me for, oh my heavens, a long time. There is another way that they are able to talk about the longevity on them, and it's called DWPD. Now what that stands for is data writes per day. And that comes like as a decimal number. And basically what it is like a percentage. So on mine, it's 0.64. So basically the data writes per day is 0.64 times the size of my drive. So my drive is 480 gigabytes. So that means that I can write, I have it down here somewhere. There. 307.2 gigabytes of data per day. There's no way I'm doing that. I'm trying to think if I would even use 10% of that. I don't think so. Not average. 15 gigabytes? Yeah, maybe. Some days I do a lot. Some days I do none. So, yeah, I can go with 15 gigabytes average, I would say. That's 20 times less than what they're saying I can write to my drive every day, so that it will last me for the length of the warranty, which is 5 years. If that's the case, it's going to last me 20 times longer than the 5 years. So if my average stays at 15 gigabytes per day, I'll have it for 100 years. Of course, that's ridiculous because as time goes on, you write more and more data. But and I would never keep it that long. I'd want something newer, and it'll definitely outlast me. But the thing is, though, that's why I kept saying yesterday, don't worry too much about how long those numbers say about about how many times you can write to it, because they put all that extra memory or extra cells inside of it so that it lasts longer. So, like I say, just keep track of how much it costs, keep track of the speed of it so that you're happy with it, and also keep track of the longevity of it in either total bytes written, terabytes written, whichever way you want to say it. And the other one would be that DWPD, which is that data writes per day. So just keep those things in mind whenever you're looking for one. One thing that I want to talk about, I did this on, I think it was April the 11th. Let me double check here. Yes, April the 11th is whenever I was talking about this one on my channel. And it's just an expensive mouse and keyboard, wireless mouse and keyboard, but I've already having problems with it. I've only had it for about 3 months, and the mouse is losing connection with the device that's in the USB there, the receiver transmitter. I had to actually take the battery out of the mouse and make it resync itself 4 times in half an hour in order for it to keep working. So that's a bad sign. I will keep track of it and let you know. It was only $16.99. I know it's less expensive, but this is kind of making me wonder. I should have spent the extra few dollars and bought myself a Logitech, because they are way better, and they feel better and stuff like this and whatnot. Because you can get one for, I think it's $29.99. So it would only been, well, it'd be $13 more than what I paid for this, but this was on sale from $19.99, so it's really only about $10 more than this one. So most of the time, this is $19.99. So I think I'd keep that in mind right now. I think if I was going to buy it again, I would get the Logitech version. But I'll keep track of it. I do have that RII one upstairs on my TV upstairs, and that remote control with the keypad, and it works great. Maybe I just got a bad one. I don't know. Maybe something's weird going on in here with the wireless, and it's messing up the information going back and forth. Never had that problem yet, except for today. So I'll keep that in mind, and I will let you know whenever, if I see anything. Okay, this is like 13 minutes long. So I did want to talk about video cards, but maybe I will save that for next time, because I was looking at getting one, and I don't think I will right now. I'll wait for them to come down a little bit more in price. Anyway, so that's all I have today. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down. If you like the content, please subscribe, and you'll be able to get more content from my channel. I do want to wish everybody a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Bye.